Hello and welcome to a Pathfinder Lore Dive. This is a series which will touch upon the lore and background surrounding creatures, places, and characters within the Pathfinder universe. These videos will be focused towards Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but can be helpful for any game set in Golarion, the homeworld of the Pathfinder systems. These videos are great for new and old GMs and players alike. Without further ado, my name is TwoHeaded, and I ask you to join me today as we talk about an iconic creature, the Troll. Trolls are monstrous green giants who call many regions of Golarion their home. They are kind of Jotun, and they are distant cousins of hill giants who were set apart by their regenerative abilities long ago. All trolls lead a brutal, violent lifestyle, but there are many variants, some larger and some more powerful, but all just as ferocious. Common trolls are the most abundant, well understood and most recognizable. Found everywhere in the Inner Sea region, and in particular the northern continent of Avestan, these trolls are a common nuisance for farmers and travelers. Trolls are quite big, standing anywhere from 12 to 16 feet tall. They can be identified by their large heads, which have a unique underbite that is adorned with two massive tusk-like fangs. Trolls, while they do not think with pure instinct like animals, often rely on their brute strength and capacity for destruction to accomplish their goals. It's not likely you will see a group of trolls creating plans. In fact, trolls tend to be solitary hunters. Their love of wanton destruction is enough to drive even other giants away from working with them. An exception to this is female trolls, who often live in terrifying family groups, where the weak are killed in favor of the strong. Males are only in contact with females in order to mate, as otherwise the males would feast on their own offspring. If a common troll lives long enough, using its skill and experience to garner a number of subordinates, it can become what is dubbed a troll king. These crafty and cunning creatures have a number of abilities that put them above any common troll, including a fear-inducing roar, as well as the ability to ignore attacks that would hinder lesser trolls. One other aspect of the troll, and likely the most infamous, is its regenerative abilities. In essence, trolls are able to recover from any wound given enough time. Even small scraps of flesh left behind can reform back into a fully grown troll. This regenerative ability means trolls have little to worry about from unprepared creatures or adventurers, but there is one thing they fear: fire. Fire as well as acid will bypass the regeneration of the common troll, and this is one of the few ways they can be killed. Many studies have been conducted on the troll's regenerative abilities. Here's a quote by Dr. Ben C. School, an alchemist from Absalom, found in the book Classic Monsters Revisited. I have removed and stored so much of my captured troll that I have enough pieces to make 10, yet I still find myself stymied. Every bit of skin, every organ, every tissue, removed and regrown, to no useful result. For weeks I've tried to create a new one out of severed parts, a wholly unique second troll, but the experiment yields only a lifeless mimic of my patient. What subtle factor is missing? Where is the divine spark that separates a cold husk from a living creature? A wonder of the gods, these trolls. Terrible, but fascinating. School was a bit of a sadist. The troll he speaks of is one he found as a newborn, starving and alone. He nursed it back to health and immediately began experimenting on it. A hulking Jotun, whose only memories were being ripped apart over and over, was born. When School was killed for his debts, the troll continued the research, doing the only thing that it knew. It even took School's name. Common trolls are not the only kind found on Golarion, however. The Cavern Trolls, monstrous scavengers found in the darklands of Golarion, are more similar in stature to other giants than the slumped posture of the common troll. They have a crystalline skin, and the oldest trolls are flecked with small crystals and stones. They are much larger than all but the largest common trolls. Cavern Trolls clock in at 14 feet tall and 2,000 pounds. These great rocky Goliaths eat everything they can find, including rocks and minerals found deep in the earth. They are natural burrowers, and can even tunnel through solid rock at a decent pace. Like the trolls of Tolkien, they are petrified by contact with sunlight, and for this reason they rarely travel to the surface of Golarion. Unlike their surface-dwelling cousins, they have nothing to fear from fire, but sonic damage affects their crystalline nature, allowing it to deactivate their regeneration. Another troll you might encounter on your adventures is the doubly terrifying Two-Headed Troll. Descendants of an unlikely pairing between trolls and the two-headed Etten, these Jotuns share the green skin and tusked face of their cousins, but the physical similarities stop there. First, this troll has two heads, as the name would suggest. It's also much larger, standing 13 feet and weighing 1,700 pounds at maturity. It also receives the posture of its Etten heritage, an upright and more humanoid stance than the common troll. The two heads of this troll are each their own mind, meaning this troll has twice the savagery in its body. Each head acts independently, and each even controls one of the arms of the creature. The troll's heads are its greatest strength, but it can also be its downfall. It has a weakness to fire, but unlike its cousins, if this troll loses its heads, it dies. It can regenerate a head if need be, but if both heads are ever severed at the same time, it dies and cannot regenerate. Whether this is solely a gameplay feature, or if something particular about the two-headed troll's anatomy lessens its regenerative abilities is unknown. In the coldest regions of Golarion, such as the Saga Lands, the Frostdrill can be found. These frozen beasts with bluish, sickly skin are more cunning than their relatives. They have a slightly thinner frame than their common troll cousins, and stand at 11 feet tall, weighing 900 pounds. They carry weapons made of shaped ice, and keep trophies of their victims' bones and hide, which they wear proudly on their body. They are at home on the tundra, easily walking on slippery ice and trudging through deep snow. Pack hunters who work in groups of 3, they are dangerous to even an experienced adventuring party. One troll will attack the prey with a great ferocity, while the two flanks look for weaknesses and formulate a plan of attack. The final troll variant found in the bestiary is the Goten Troll. These creatures are gigantic, ancient beings, said to be a shadow of the original design of the first trolls from Jotengard, though whether or not this is just a tall tale is unknown. They are solitary mutant creatures, found in hostile regions such as the devastated lands of the Mana Wastes, or Numeria, the land of fallen stars. These trolls have 9 heads set in a circle around the troll's neck. Each head has their own senses and their own brains, and they are massive, standing 30 feet tall and weighing 12.5 tons. They are similar to two-headed trolls in posture, but their heads work in tandem rather than separately. This troll is not a pushover. It is able to see in every direction thanks to its 9 heads, and this makes it incredibly hard to take it unaware. Combine this with its ability to devour adventurers in one swift bite, and the creature's incredible roar which stuns and confuses the troll's enemies. The Goten Troll is a force like none other on Golarion. Rarely, you'll see a Goten Troll leading a warband of sorts consisting of hill giants and ogres. These parties are nothing but horrid, and leave a wake of destruction in their path. If you're still here, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from the video. If you would like to suggest another topic, please be my guest. Leave a comment down below. Thank you again for watching, and until our next lore dive, goodbye.